Welcome to the complete animation of Bianca from the 2016 film Sheep and Wolves. Now, this movie took me right by surprise. I heard about it maybe 2 years ago, and I always knew I'd get around to watching it sometime, but I finally went ahead and watched it, and again, this is gonna be the last time that I do a character that was just requested on my channel. But anyway, this movie's good. I'd say that the good outweighs the bad in this movie, which is really impressive because there is a lot in this movie that really doesn't do it for me. But I looked it up online. This movie was made by a Russian studio with a very small budget, like $3.5 million. This movie is punching so high above its weight. I have seen movies that cost 3 times as much, which still isn't that much, that look so much worse. This movie is incredible based on its budget. The landscapes are consistently really good. The textures are often really good. And the fur in this movie is really good, which is a good thing because every character is covered in this stuff. It's how incredible this movie is compared to how much it costs to make. So you can bet that I'll be watching the sequel one of these days. Now, the story is hit and miss, mostly misses, but there are some story beats that I actually enjoyed. But I think that my biggest gripe with this movie maybe isn't even the fault of the movie itself, because I think that this movie's original language was not English, and I have made a decision that any movie that wasn't originally made in English, I don't feel like I'm qualified to really judge its story and its dialogue, because I just don't have, I only speak one language, and I know for a fact that there are plenty of movies that sound incredible, they're classics in their original language, and either through subtitles or dubbing or whatever, the version that I watch doesn't capture that. So, while I personally didn't like the story, and I felt like a ton of the voice lines really fell flat, especially from this character Bianca, she has so many lines in the English dub that just are hilariously bad. And I don't think that the English dub alone is good enough to, is what you should be judging this movie on. What I really want is for somebody who actually speaks Russian to listen to the original and tell me how good or bad it is, because then I'd have something. But language is language, but visuals are universal. And there's a lot in this movie that looks really good. There are some really good character designs. I'd say that this character Bianca, her design is kind of middling. It's alright. But I think that the main character Gray, when he is a sheep, I think that his design is pretty strong. I think that there's a ton of rams in the village that have pretty strong character designs. There's a bunch of female sheep. I think they're ewes. Yeah, ewes. There's a bunch of ewes in this movie that really don't have good character designs. Their faces are way too flat. I think that this movie is at its strongest with its character designs when they actually have proper muzzles, like the animals that they are supposed to be representing. Except for, there's some rabbit characters. The gypsy rabbit girl, her character design is really good. I like her. And the elder of the village, I like him. But yeah, like, this movie is a real mixed bag, and I don't know if I would recommend it to anybody, but I sure enjoyed it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching the video.